Hello, my lovely Librans. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 8th to the 14th of July. So we are just going to dive into it. These are going to be quicker this week just because I'm in the middle of a lot. I'm moving and my family's also coming over for vacation. So I have to make sure my work is up to date. So, let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. Okay, let's see for my lovely Librans. What's going to be going on for them this week, please, Spirit? What are some important messages? Let's get one more. You have chop wood, all that glitters, a never-ending story. A little bit of frustration coming up here. Okay, so let's break these down one by one. So chop wood card is really about sticking to the mundane things. Sometimes this is about the habits. Sometimes this is just about our daily routines and our work life and, the boring stuff maybe even as well. This is saying do not give up. It's very Capricorn energy. Okay, it's Saturn energy. It's kind of about your consistency to something is what's going to open the door. So show up for yourself even when things are boring and mundane, okay? This is about keeping consistent with something. You are working towards something here. You do have all that glitters. So another piece of advice I would give for you guys this week is to understand that things are not always as they seem at face value. For better, for worse, this is never really like a terrible card. Sometimes it's that we judge things like judging a book by its cover, right? We might feel like, oh, that opportunity looks terrible, but ends up being the best experience of your life. Or, a person, they seem amazing, but they end up being horrible underneath all of that, glittery stuff. So it's kind of a little bit of, it depends on your situation, but it is a very big reminder that not everything is as it seems. All right. It's about making sure that we are not judging things based on how it looks. Okay. Maybe your habits, for example, or whatever it is you're doing on a day-to-day basis is really boring. It seems really boring, but it ends up opening really amazing doors for you. Okay. So just pay attention that not everything is as it seems. You also have never-ending story. This is where the frustrations come in, Libra, of where you are trying to rush something, all right, which is fair enough if you've been going through a cycle that has taken a long time. But as you can see here, the more that you are worried about the timing of something, the worse it's going to feel for you and the more drained you're going to feel. Okay, if timing is the thing that you're worried about, when is this going to happen, I need it now, that is so draining and beyond your control. Like, we're worried about something that worry is not going to change the outcome of the timing of something. So something really important that I always say when this is somebody's energy is don't drain yourself focusing on something that is beyond your control in any means. Okay. Take this as an opportunity to go somewhere else, do something else. Okay. Have some fun in the meantime. Okay. Don't focus on the timing. And most importantly, don't do that. Okay, let's carry on though. Let's see what else is here. With all of these cards together, I will say for some of you, you could be feeling really tired about the fact that you feel like you put a lot of energy into something and maybe it's just not paying off the way that you thought it would or in the timing that you thought it would. All right, but let's dive in. Let's see if a little bit more for my lovely Librans, please, Spirit, for this week. Do you know what? I'm picking them up exactly how they fell out. Can you see that? You looking at what I'm looking at? We have Deceit falling right on top of all that glitters. Ugh, that horrible energy is just, I don't like feeling this. So be aware of deceitful people in your life, okay? You do have victory in the 4th chakra. So, this definitely is about your heart space. You are claiming victory over something, so that's good. Just be aware of your surroundings is something really important. And for some of you, and when the 3 cards came up in the beginning, I did get a sense of maybe you feel like you put some time and energy into somebody and they have ended up, being someone that you cannot trust. I don't know why my camera is doing that now. I've just done about 5 readings before you, and my camera has not done that all day, but it was doing it before. It's so weird that I was feeling this energy around me. I was feeling experience up here very strong, and then I do that to my camera. Apologies. It was happening a few days ago as well. Very weird. But anyway, you're claiming victory over your heart, which is nice. It feels like you're healing from something. And most likely what you're healing from potentially is deceit, but this can also be another message saying that there is still that energy around you. So pay attention. But again, as I was saying when the camera dipped out, I don't know if it caught the audio, so I'll just repeat it very quickly. Some of you, I did get a sense, some of you are feeling really tired that you end up trusting the wrong person. You know, that's that never ending story. But just understand that there is love coming into your life. Okay, but focus more on yourself. This is a card a little bit of, I'm going to use the word that I hate to use. It's coming from a desperate energy. I don't mean that to offend anybody. So if it doesn't resonate, then that's not your message. But because as you can see here, she just wants this so much right now. It cannot be any other time because she needs it. That's coming from a place of like a lack mindset and desperation. If you give yourself love and claim victory over your heart, you don't need anybody to give you love. You don't need anybody to care about you, to feel whole within yourself. You don't need other people's opinion, judgments. You don't need that. The more that you have fun and allow something to come through, whenever the right timing is of it, that's a perfect way to not feel like you're in this never-ending story, okay? You do have that orphan card, which comes up a lot in your reading, okay? So again, there is that feeling of abandonment or something. But again, going back to the heart chakra and the victory, this probably is an energy that you're currently changing, okay? Which I like. Claim your own heart. All right, go get yourself your own flowers. Go take yourself out on a date. Look after yourself. You will have somebody, or you will have whatever it is that you're wanting. So don't be too swayed by this deceit. It can definitely hurt and it feels like crap when you find out someone's true colors. But the never-ending story here, don't hold up to the timing of when something good is coming in. Claim it now, okay? Claim it. And the energy has to reflect back to you. That's just the law of the universe, okay? Right, let's grab you some more. Again, keep consistent with yourself. If you've been through some sort of heartache or again deception and betrayal or just some disappointment, don't stop showing up for yourself. I think that's really important. Okay, for my lovely Librans, please. Perfection, joy, trickery, and acceptance. Those come out together, so that's really important. Trickery and acceptance, that is that deceit, and we have to accept someone's true colors when they show it to us, okay? Maybe again you feel absolutely tricked. Acceptance is kind of just an understanding that not everything is going to be perfect, or not everything is going to go to plan. You can't change others either, and that's also something we have to accept. All we can do is navigate ourselves through it, okay? And be there for yourselves when you're going through something like that. And then you have perfection and joy. And this is where I was hearing as I was pulling it out in my mind. Things don't have to be perfect in order for you to enjoy it. And this is where they come hand in hand. Like, celebrate the small wins, bathe in the sun and feel happy to be alive. Like, even when things feel like they're crumbling, like there are so many things to be grateful for. I know when you're in the middle of it, it's so hard, but go out and do things that you love. Like, if you have people around you that you love, go and spend time with them. If it's just nature or animals that you love to be around, then do that. Do more things that make you happy. Stop worrying about this energy, okay? Okay. Right. Let's get you some more. This is like mainly oracles because I like the oracles. I feel like they cover a lot. And again, we're on a time crunch. But let's see for my lovely Librans. Okay. Right. You have trust in the magic. Understand that things are happening on a very spiritual level that maybe we cannot see just yet. Be at home, okay? Don't lose faith on your beliefs either is one thing I want to say. Again, like when you go through deceit, oh my God, it can absolutely make you feel completely untrustworthy, untrusting of even the universe. Like, I thought you said this was the right person or the right thing. Everything is a lesson, so make sure you are learning the lesson, but sometimes it's just about where is this going to take you, okay? And weirdly, I think you guys need to watch Aquarius, their reading, because I was picking up Libran energy in there, and maybe it makes sense. Maybe it will make sense for you. So go and check that out, actually, because for some reason they feel kind of similar. All right, you also have be at home. calling for you to come back to the home, whether that's your own home, literally spending more time within yourself. But most importantly, the home is also the body, and it's also the heart too. So make sure you're focusing on your health and your well-being. And you have the flamingo spirit, which is actually really cool, and I will show you why. This is embrace the in-between. This is telling me, by the way, underneath orphaned, I wasn't sure whether to mention it. There's 3 here. All right, I'm going to show you all of them. It's kind of like this. You are moving away from this orphan energy and stepping into much more confidence. But again, I don't think that's because you find a person who affirms your worth. I think it's because you're actually finally being someone you feel proud to be. You know, some of the time we feel like we need someone to love us, but really you just need to love yourself. Like you're filling up the void yourself. Whatever it is you feel like you need from somebody else, you're giving to yourself. Okay, which I love. The same when it comes down to work and success. Maybe you felt like you needed a certain person to accept something of yours, a project of yours, in order for it to be successful. That's not always true. Just remember, rejection is protection. It's better to stay away from deceptive energies, regardless of what they can bring into your life, so that you can actually find success on your own without having any strings attached to negative people. Okay, it's really important. Where you're moving forward into is much better than where you've come from. Very important to mention. Now, you do have mending, so it could be a need for some sort of forgiveness, or somebody could be coming in to help you here, or again, it could be you mending something with somebody else or fixing something. But let's carry on. Let's get you some keywords from my lovely Librans. So the embracing the in-between is about the fact that you're moving forward, okay? But just understand that you're moving into better things, but you also still have that influence of something quite negative in your life. You have blame. This is about releasing blame, also releasing, no longer blaming others, no longer blaming deceptive people or what they've done in your life, or even blaming yourself or believing in them. Let go of blame. This says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. What that means is claiming your power back and moving away from that situation. Okay, you are not stuck here. Rebuild. I want to say like they're showing me a compass becoming aligned again. Like I feel like maybe you feel like you went down the wrong route, because it's showing me a compass. Maybe you felt like you went in the wrong direction. But now that that's been revealed, maybe somebody tricked you to going down the wrong direction, or again something something deceptive about that, but now the compass is kind of now being realigned, so now you know where to go moving forward. Anyway, I accept responsibility for my well-being is a good affirmation for you guys to remember, to affirm to yourself. You have loneliness, and you also have imagination. Loneliness says, I know that I'm never alone. Okay, something to affirm to yourself too. You have yourself. All right. You also have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So this is a good time to use your imagination wisely to create something for yourself moving forward and allow yourself to step into this beautiful imagination here. I'm specifically seeing like manifesting something by using your imagination. Okay, let's get you some more. Let's see if my Libras is so many. You have choose love. Okay, you always have a choice. Make yours with love. So you also have ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support from others. It can also be from the universe too. Just make sure you are open about what you need. Treasure your loved ones, okay? It's important to love others deeply. So maybe it's about connecting with family, friends, making sure that you're there for others, which I'm sure that you are. And you have relationship patterns, okay? It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Some of you, again, that never ending story, like I said earlier, the very first message I picked up on was kind of a feeling like I always end up going for the wrong people, or always end up in a situation where someone is, their true colors get revealed. Understand where this might be a pattern. Are you deceiving yourself at times when it comes down to letting these people into your life? Do they show you who they really are, but you just look over those little red flags thinking, oh, it's not a big deal. If they love me, then they won't do that to me. And then they end up doing it. I'm sure we've all been in that situation before of overlooking somebody's truth. Okay. I think you're actually coming to terms with that. I think that's a good lesson to learn, to be honest. Okay, I did have one more deck to pull from, Libra, that I promise I'll get some last cards for you. Miracles coming up for you guys. Amazing. You also have Archangel Michael. Call upon Archangel Michael if you need protection and answers, and you have healing coming through as well, which is nice. Okay, can I get 3 cards, please? My lovely Librans this week, Spirit. What are the things that they need to hear the most? Page of Cups. So there are some emotions coming through here. 5 of Wands. And the Page of Wands. It looks like a few messengers around you. You have the Tower, though, which I understand. Oh, God. Look at you guys in the middle of all this. You are the 7 of Wands, which is you still having to show up for yourself. That chop wood, keep going, keep pushing, don't give up. You are in the middle of, oh my God, a lot of adversity. The Tower and the Death card are all transformations. The 10 of Swords is an ending. All right, very painful one. But the 7 of Wands is like, you are, despite the odds and despite how things look, you're absolutely going to bounce back and have victory. Now, we've seen that here. I'm hearing like love wins, you know, so if there is anybody or anything that's really kind of, I'm seeing like you are fighting these wands away whilst things are kind of crashing around you, and it's like super overwhelming. I'm just seeing a lot of chaos in your life, because right in the bang center of your reading at the 5 of Wands, this is conflict, okay? Disagreements, arguments, just a chaotic energy. Page of Cups and Page of Wands on either side of this as well. Could be you and somebody else arguing. All right, it's an immature energy from both sides, to be honest with you. And so is the 5 of Wands. It's kind of child's play a little bit here. So make sure you pick your battles. That's been a bit of an air sign message, I think. Or was it fire sign? Pick your battles wisely, okay? Is this worth it? Are we all just kind of trying to be seen? Everyone's trying to be seen. No one's really listening, or there's no conclusion to be to come of this. I'm going to clarify the pages. Page of Cups is saying there's going to be a lot of heightened emotions this week, but it's a really good time to purge that, okay? To come back to the center. And they're pointing to that heart chakra to claim victory over this. Make sure you're listening to your inner child. Speak to yourself as if it was your inner child that's listening to you, okay? And make decisions to protect your inner child as well. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. The Hanged Man. Needing to look at something from a different perspective. Again, this could be like a message that catches you by surprise, but the Hanged Man is like, don't make any drastic moves on this. Look at this from a different perspective. Take your time before you react to something, because there is some form of enlightenment and knowledge and intuition coming through, so that's going to help you out. 5 of Wands. You have the Knight of Cups, the Judgment, and 3 of Wands here. And the Page of Wands again. Page of Wands again, another messenger. It's flirtatious. You definitely do have an admirer around you, but because of all the messages coming through, I'm not sure how I want to read that. The Knight of Cups is somebody who is wearing their heart on their sleeves. It's a very romantic energy. You have Judgment here and a 3 of Wands. Judgment is about surrendering and releasing something. It can also be about the truth being revealed in a situation, and the 3 of Wands. Again, allow someone else, like be patient when it comes down to other people that you might let into your life, especially if there is some love offers coming your way. Surrender it. Don't force anything. Allow it to be. Allow it to take its own time. 3 of Wands is almost like waiting for something to show up. Like allow someone's true colors to come out. But Page of Wands, that Page of Wands seems to be part of this conflict. The King of Swords could be another air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But Page of Wands, some of you will receive like a work offer, by the way, this week as well. I'm sensing that too. Okay. In which case, that might be the thing that catches you by surprise. Why is there 3 of Wands here? That one's a bit throwing me off guard. 6 of Swords. You're definitely waiting to move forward from something, because the 3 of Wands being here is almost waiting for, you know, a ship to come in to be able to be taken somewhere else. And the 6 of Swords is almost clarifying that that's what is is happening here is you're waiting for a vehicle, you're waiting for something to take you somewhere else towards something better. So some of you could be releasing like a romantic partner or like someone that you know, or a dating thing or something, because you feel like it's too conflicting, it's too chaotic, it's too childish, it's too something. Maybe it's in the home, I don't know, like it, because the Knight of Cups is about, if it's not a person apologizing or whatever, it feels like this is you being in a very vulnerable position and having to move forward, and you're waiting to go somewhere else and you're surrendering that. Because Five of Wands is conflict, you know, it's not necessarily a nice card. You know, there might be passion in a situation with somebody, you know, like it feels creative. Again, if it's a work opportunity, I don't know what it is for you guys, but definitely is to do with somebody else. But there's something about it that just makes you feel like, So I would kind of say, like, again, focus on your feelings about something. Allow yourself to see from a different perspective. One more for that Hanged Man and Page of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles, like going slowly with something here. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight. And it's also about like being grounded too. Interesting. I really want to get a clearer message on this. Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Now this feels like it's kind of suggesting something else that's going to come up for you. The Wheel of Fortune is a little bit like expect the unexpected. Something could catch you by surprise. It does feel like it's in a form of a conflict that is asking for you to release that conflict in order to step into some sort of abundance. This could be a new person if you're dealing with love, but the King of Pentacles can also actually be, if you're spending this time to learn and to analyze and to plant seeds and to, I don't know, this card always comes up as like learning something new or investing your time and energy into something that actually is worth it, not this very chaotic energy. You actually are able to go from the Knight and progress towards the King of Pentacles eventually, which is that abundant, you know, very wealthy, very grounded energy. Very stable in comparison to this and maybe what somebody else is offering you. By the way, for some of you as well, like I am sensing again a career opportunity that's going to be very good for you financially. But you really need to make a decision, not based off of that, you know, not desperation. Like if someone's putting you in conflict with like competition with others in a workspace, or if it's in a love situation, a similar something along the same lines would be like if someone's like, oh, like we need to do it now. Like I feel like you're best going slowly at the moment, not rushing in with anybody or anything, not being forced into anything, to take your time. Like that feels like the right thing to do in your reading, because it helps you to actually really assess the seeds that you're planting along the way and like what actually is going to help you more towards like future investment rather than short-term gains. But I feel like there's somebody who's like nudging you a little bit, and I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what that is for you guys. And maybe that is that trickery. Someone's like, you need to do this, you need to do it now. And you're like, but why can't we wait? And it's like, because it's a trick, because somebody here has potentially some, you know, I don't know, some other, I don't know. But anyway, you follow your heart, Libra. You focus on your heart, your feelings, your emotions, yourself. That's where your victory lies. Not in trusting any false promises from others, okay? Promise to yourself, okay? My angels, so I hope this reading makes sense for you. Remember about the perfection and joy. You don't need to be perfect to be able to enjoy things, okay? Life doesn't need to be perfect in order to find joy either. Go and find some things that do bring a smile on your face. Embrace the in-between. You're moving towards better times, okay? You're probably just still healing from something, and it does feel like somebody is still in your life that's causing this, or their energy is still there. So it's a really good time to cleanse. But anyway, I love you guys. I really wish you all the best. I hope this reading has been helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if it has. But aside from all that, I hope to see you guys next time. All right.